My name is Amy, and my parents are tech entrepreneurs, and I am their only child. They had developed an app in the early years that made them millionaires, but they were either working or traveling all the time, so I rarely saw them. When I started school at the age of 5, I spotted a girl my age and saw that she was wearing the same shoes as me. So I excitedly walked up to her and put my foot next to hers to show that we had the same shoes. But she stepped on me, then shook her hair out and walked away. Afterwards I learned her name was Cynthia, and she told everyone I was a loser who begged her to be her best friend. So I became a laughingstock. I saw the sign-up sheet for the dance audition on the board, but I heard Cynthia laughing behind me. But I had enough of her bad attitude towards me. On the day of the audition, Cynthia was the first to dance. At that point, all the judges stood up and applauded her, with one of the ladies on the jury being particularly excited. After the audition, I saw Cynthia hug the woman and call her mom. So, I understood why the jury hated me so much. In the years that followed, Cynthia spread rumors that I had a contagious eye disease, and everyone believed her. One day in 7th grade, I was walking down the hallway when Cynthia nudged me. So I dropped my glasses. I felt the floor with my hands looking for my glasses, but Cynthia walked up and crushed them with her foot. So I knocked her to the ground, and we both ended up being taken to the principal's office. A few minutes later, her mom arrived at the school to defend her. Since her mom was on the school board, the principal seemed to believe her story. I blinked furiously, and then ran to the empty school auditorium, one of my usual hiding places. I put on my headphones and started dancing in the dark. When I finished dancing, I heard someone applauding. At that moment, I saw a boy sitting in the dark. He's Mike, and he's popular, yet that's enough to keep me away from him. I walked off the stage. As I passed him, he gently took my arm, and I stopped, and my heart beat a little faster. When he pulled me close, I closed my eyes and waited for his kiss. But it wasn't long before he left and ran off with my glasses. At that moment, everything was dark and blurry, and I heard laughter everywhere. After that, my driver found me. I didn't go to school for a few days. I felt angry and knew I had to get back at them. It was the only way to deal with the bullies. However, when I got back to school, everyone was different. Cynthia ran up to me and hugged me like my best friend, and even Mike was smiling at me. What was going on? That's when I heard my mom's voice behind me. It turned out that Cynthia had learned that my mom was the founder of the most successful fashion company in the world, and that's why she was so enthusiastic about me. I thought my mom could get Cynthia to stop bothering me, but I was wrong. From that day on, not only did I have to spend time with her at school, she would even come over to my house, because she convinced my mom that we were best friends. My mom came up with the brilliant idea of inviting her home and riding in a limo with me every day. Cynthia and her entourage really enjoyed the limo ride, but I wasn't happy because they weren't my friends at all. A few weeks later, just as I was about to lose my mind, the opportunity finally came. When I came out of class that day, I saw Cynthia and her mom arguing. It was then that I realized that Cynthia had been lying to her mom, that she went out every day for dance training, but in fact she went to my house. I knew that it was my chance to get rid of her completely. That afternoon, while Cynthia was at my house, I secretly wrote down her mom's number and called her as the studio secretary. When Cynthia's mom saw me, she was furious and thought I was playing a trick on her. However, when I took her to my bedroom, Cynthia and her entourage were lying on my bed reading a magazine. Cynthia's mom then grabbed Cynthia by the ear, like she was a 5-year-old punk who had done something bad. I recorded the whole thing on my phone. The next day, Cynthia was the butt of the joke, and her reputation was ruined. When I got home that day, my mom was waiting for me with her cell phone. We had a fight, but I let her know that Cynthia wasn't my best friend, but the one who bullied me every day. My mom felt so guilty about it that I didn't talk to her for months afterwards, but she kept trying to make it up to me. Eventually I decided to give her another chance. After that, Cynthia never bothered me again and became a prisoner of her mother.